Last week on episode 16, part 1.
What is a positive thing that you are now embracing in this new place?
Come in the room, come in the room. Come in the room, come in the room. Come in the room, come in the room. Yeah.
Tiffany, what would you say is we can all speak from this, I believe.
Okay.
What is a positive thing that you are now embracing in this new place? Whoever want to go. But I felt a Tiffany in my spirit.
My voice. And I would say in being in the place to not just be seen, but also being heard.
Yes.
That's in a positive light.
Yes. Oh my God.
So yeah, I would say my voice and being okay with if God told me, He told me.
Come on.
And if He wanted to give it to somebody else, He would have.
Yeah.
But the fact that He told Tiffany is good enough.
Yes,
Period. You know, and so being willing and okay with saying this is what the Lord said. You can take it over Him, but this I'm just telling you what He said.
Yeah.
So, cause one thing about Tiffany is a fun fact. I like to sleep, and so I ain't gonna lose my sleep for nobody at all, and He ain't gonna beat me. So the blood is off my hands after I release that thing.
That's so good.
And so I just being able to speak and He be like, okay, good, you did good. I'm gonna text you in something else a little later. It's gonna be a little tougher, but I believe you can handle it. And so Him giving it to me is good.
Yes,
That's
so good.
I love that for you. Tanisha, what are you embracing in this new place? And it don't even have to be, I know we're all talking from church, like this new place that you're in right now, whether it's whatever you want to say.
Honestly, it's embracing myself. Like,
What does that look like?
embracing myself looks like you are who you are. Like, stop trying to shrink. Like, because I'm good at like, I'm not gonna say it. I didn't see what I saw. I'm not gonna say this. Like, I don't want to be the one. And then God is like, well, why not? Because I made you the one.
Yes.
And so I have to embrace like the areas where He's like, I've made you the one. Like, stop trying to look for someone else, because I'll be like, well, God, I'm not as skilled.
Yeah.
I'm not as articulate. I'm giving Him all these things that I'm not, but He's like, but you the one that I said do it. And so, like, stop trying to give me, like Moses, like, stop trying to give me all these things that you not, and do what I said for you to do.
Okay.
And so, like, that's me. And I got the tattoo so long ago, because He told me this, maybe like, it's been maybe 4 years now. Embrace yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to take a look at your. First of all, let's talk about this real quick. So not only does it say embrace yourself, you have the infinity symbol, because God is He's gonna always be around, right? Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and you are straight and narrow because you go straight to the point.
Wow.
I never would have thought of that. The infinity sign was more so to remind me always embrace yourself, because we change.
Yes.
And so it's just a new place. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a new place. So now embrace this version of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, the old version was good. But just like on our phones when we get updates, like, this ain't working the way it's supposed to work no more. Now embrace the download. Embrace the new you.
Yeah.
And then when I upgrade you again, embrace her.
Yes.
And so, like, thank you for sharing that. But it's just a reminder, like, I'm not done birthing you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it again. So embrace it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Sit down.
Yes.
Wow, I thought it was gonna last.
This one, it was
At the right
interrupted.
time. At the right time, the Lord will say, "Speak, daughter." I am embracing the will to do. in this new place, there's no way that I can shrink or hide or like literally. It's not even just our leaders that's calling it forth, but I truly believe that it's the Lord that's calling it forth, because God would show me like different glimpses of me back, and I would see it like, oh, I would have dreams and visions about the me that I'm seeing right now. So I was like, God, this is the girl that you were showing me back then. Now I have the will to do it, and I love it. I get joy in doing what God's telling me to do. And when I feel the need to shrink back, it's like, nope. It's like God is pulling my hand. Nope, come on. And it's getting me up to do it, and not stop. So I'm embracing the will to do and keep on doing, like you said. Like, even though I know, even in birth, like when you're actually birthing a child, like, as many times as you get pregnant, like you're birthing out new things, and God is even birthing out new giftings within us. Yeah. So now I'm looking forward to the new things that God is going to birth out. I'm like, what new gifts you got, God? Cause I'm just waiting so I can do it. Cause I'm waiting for Him to give me the gift the same. But you know, I'm still there.
Look, y'all, I don't laugh because no, seriously. If she has the desire, and if the Lord allows her to, He can give anyone who's willing. I know y'all laughing, but excuse me. I have seen it done where someone who could not sing, but because their heart was postured right, and because they desired it, and they willed it so much that the Lord answered them, and they was able to sing. So it's possible, baby. I received. You may laugh now, but it's possible.
But let me tell you, if the Lord put that, yeah, we have, and if He do it, welcome.
Oh no, I'm not joining y'all until then. No.
Oh no.
I'm not joining y'all.
Well, the gift ain't coming unless you get ready to use it to edify the body.
The body.
Not your body.
I want to travel.
Ooh. Yeah, let's use it as He say fit to use it. Okay, let's go.
Come on now.
I'm trying to reel it back now.
I'm not willing back from her being able to sing. That's not what I'm willing back from. But if we go over here trying to use it to go on tour,
I get the tour. No, when I say the travel, I know that God is calling me to nations.
Oh, okay. No, because then she can use it whenever He leads her to go.
We'll be ready.
Let me tell the people I'm going to nations, okay? Just wait.
See, I must have lost what she was trying to say.
So on me.
Carrying on. Moving on.
Let me write this down. What
was the question again? I gotta go back to my notes.
12.
I was right. I wouldn't even
6:01
my phone.
What are you embracing in this new season?
Me?
Yes, this new place.
I started singing.
Please. I wasn't trying to.
I'm just kidding. It was a
Look, y'all is laughing. I don't even know what I'm embracing this new season. If I'm being very honest, because
you're still.
I really don't know. I'm actually a little lost, to be honest with you. Because I have a hard time with change now than I did when I started off on fire with Him. Even with me having the 2 children, somewhere after Amina was born, I kind of, like, sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, I struggle. I struggle with anything new. I'm so used to the familiar. I'm so used to just showing up, but I know at this point I'm busting out of the seams to the point where it's starting to come out in different ways where I'm like, okay, I know I need to be embracing the new, but God, if I'm honest, I'm scared.
Oh, that's what it was.
I'm scared. I'm scared that things are not going to come in alignment. I'm scared that I'm going to fail like they said that I was going to fail. Because the worst thing is when people tell you about something and then you see it happen, that you are willing to stick with the lie. You are willing to stick with the trauma of being in a certain place. You're willing to stick with that to not prove that they were right.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been like, you said it, but I refuse to let you be right. Like, I refuse to let you be right. Yeah. And we hold on to it until we come to a point where they were right. And I just need to accept it for what it is.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to say this. This is a transparent moment, Mo.
Yeah.
So, for those who know me, I had kids at an early age. And so I had 2 kids by the time I was 16. Yeah. But there was a labels put on me. She ain't gonna be nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing. Nobody ain't gonna want her. No, she just this, she just that. She got a bad attitude. She got this, she got that, she got it. Even church people. So we going back to talking about church, right? So even church people, even my family, like, oh, we don't have to help raise these kids. We don't have to help do da 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 da. Guess what? I proved them wrong.
Come on.
By the grace of God.
Yeah.
It was God leading me. Yeah, I had a little rough road ahead. Yeah, I had a little road ahead. But I remember even at church one time, I was at this church, family church, and they was like, you need to learn how to act like a lady. And that thing broke me to my core. Like, what do you mean? What are you saying? Like, and it just made me like break. But guess what? I done raised 3 girls. I got married. I own my own home. I own things that they not even owning. They don't even have. And it's why, because God was like, look, I'm gonna walk you this. I'm gonna show you this. You are this. You are that. You aren't this. You aren't that. And now guess what? Some of the people that talk about me, talk down to me, said I wouldn't make it. Not bragging, but God has allowed me to do better than them. And why? It's because, hey, yeah, you may be in this situation right now.
Yeah.
But it's for my glory.
Yes. Come on.
Yep. They may be talking about you now, but hey, listen, it's for my glory. You may be here, but I see you here.
Yeah.
I see you in this place. And so, yeah, I don't care what they say. I don't care what has been spoken over you. He's still waiting for you here.
That's
He's
right.
still waiting for you here.
Good.
So I don't care what fear says. I don't care what people says. I don't care what abandonment says.
Come on.
Sometimes we deal with so much abandonment that we don't go to here. And God is like, hey, listen, just keep traveling. Keep moving. I don't care what these jokers said. They said that because they wasn't healed.
Yeah.
They said that because they saw what was in you.
Yeah.
They said that because guess what? They couldn't stop you. That's right. But you didn't understand that they couldn't stop me. But it's just like, hey, I got to get here. I got to get where the Father said. And whether if I got to crawl, whatever I got to do, as long as I make it here, it don't matter the in-between. Because the in-between is testimony.
Yep.
The in-between is the triumph.
Jesus.
I overcame.
Yep.
I overcame. So, like, whenever I look at my girls, it make me cry sometimes because you said, this is what you said I wasn't going to be able to do. But I'm about to have 2 kids walking across the stage that has beat teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
We gonna break the curse.
Yes.
And why? It's because of the blood of the Lamb.
Yep.
And why? It's because that I kept going. I kept pursuing. I don't care what you said. Yeah, it's cool. You said it. But look at me.
Yep. That's it. Yep.
I have people coming back and like, girl, you did. I know, thank you. But I want to tell them, ha ha. Now she was doing so good. She was doing so good.
And then they lost her.
This here was my industry. I gotta be real and I gotta tell the truth. Like, sometimes, and you do. You want to go. I know.
Right.
Good. Yes. But what you thought was gonna happen.
It's not like you forgot.
Yes, you didn't forget that you talked down to me, but guess what? God has called me.
Yes.
And you can't erase the calling. I don't care what it look like.
That's right.
Yeah, so girl, you better
Embrace that.
embrace the move.
Embrace the move. And do not, like she said, do not let fear stop you from getting to a place. Because what happens is now the only person that really is hurt is you.
Yeah.
The only person that gets stuck and stagnated is you.
And they
living their best life, and they don't release their word over you, and then they go on about their business, and they living their best life. But we're not gonna allow for you to stay in a place where it's like, well, I don't know, or I can't make these moves, or no, you can.
Yes.
You can make the moves, and you can make the steps. Even if you fail, you still made the move. Like, because a fail is not a fail if you in God. Like, look at how many times people in the Bible made mistakes. Like, look at how Joseph, his mama had him do this thing, trick his brother, da, da, da. But at the end of the day, like, he still got the blessing. He still was that guy. He still got the name change. He still became all that God always intended for him to come in his mother's womb. And so you too are going to become all that God said that Mo was before anybody disappointed you, abandoned you, or any of the things. Like, you are going to become, and we're not going to speak anything any different. Like Tiffany said, God see you right here. Okay, so it might be some stuff that try to get in the way, but according to the word, he said if you speak to the mountain, it's got to move out of your way. So like your voice is the one that's got to speak to what's in front of you. They said, I don't know what they said, she ain't gonna never be able to do it with these kids. Speak to this. I am gonna be able to do it with these kids, and you gonna move out of my way, because God gonna make a way for me to do it with 2 kids and as a single mother, and he's gonna make a way. And even if I somehow don't end up where I want to be, I know that he's the lamp unto my feet and he's the light unto my path. So no matter which way I end up going, like, I know that he is with me. His rod and his staff is the comfort for me. He prepares the table before me. He leads me beside still water. He, like, just remember that what is it, 23rd Psalms, like, he is the one that's guiding you from green pasture to green pasture. So you get to a place and the grass get ate up here, like, I lead you to a new green place where you can eat here, and another green pasture where you can eat here. Like, he's not gonna leave you or forsake you. He promised. So we're not finna let you stay there. And you got witness right here in Tiffany. You got testimony of someone who had word curses spoken out over them, and then they overcame every word. So like, no, we're not finna allow for you to stay in the place. When you came in, Santana had you pray. Why? Because when you open up your mouth, you burst. So like, no.
And not with just idle talk. It's force. It's power. It's word. My God.
And you a word girl.
Yes, you are.
You a word girl. You full of this. You full of this.
And rightly divided.
So then the enemy, you take what you have, and then you shoot the enemy with that. Shoot him with his word. Just like when Jesus was in the wilderness and the enemy came, he was able to give him a word. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of the Lord. Like, I'm giving you out every time you come with something. I'm throwing this word out, because you ain't eating this for nothing.
Exactly.
It is your weapon.
No need to be full of the word and don't use it.
Use it. Use it. And then we're gonna talk off the camera. We're gonna talk off the camera.
Okay.
Hey y'all. I forgot about y'all.
Listen, you told her this is girl talk. You are
Yeah, no, you're not. It's no way you could be in this room with us and we hit a certain level of freedom and transition, and we don't pull you. With you gonna make it. You gonna make it here.
Okay.
I'm trying to eat here. I'm
You should been eyeing that thing.
No. You gonna get there.
Yes, you are.
You gonna be there. You gonna rise. Just like he had the ingredients that it took to make that cake, the flour, the sugar, the whatever it was. That cake had a process. That cake had to hit the oven. That cake had to rise. Then it had to be decorated with cream icing. And then put inside of that box so that it's on display. And that's going to be you. And you're going to be delivered to the person that's supposed to consume you and get full.
Let me eat my cake.
That cake, I know
she used cake.
From snap.
All them ingredients made what she eating. you. Somebody can open up the contents some more and say, this tastes good.
This good.
This real good.
Girl, let me go back.
But just because you moved.
Yeah.
That came good.
Y'all done minister to my face. It tasted good before. It didn't have a ride.
It's a ride.
It's a ride.
See that? Look at that. Now somebody else wants some of your cake. Now she done ate the cake. It tastes good. And she done told her neighbor. Now the neighbor.
Tim said, hold up, that's my cake.
But what I'm saying is, it's good to her. So then somebody else takes it's good to them. And then now Mo is in demand. Mo testimony is in demand. How Mo made it from Greenville to wherever the Lord wants you to be planted at is in demand. And now you're going to stand. Now you're going to be able to stand in a room full of women who done been talked down, who done been left, who are widowed, who have to raise children, who like this story has been hard. And you're going to be able to tell them, God transitioned me. And let me show you how you did it.
Yeah, so just think about all of the people that is waiting on Mo. Like, who are you holding up because you won't respond? We already know that the enemy, I be thinking like, why wouldn't the enemy fight me? All this power that's on the inside of me, why wouldn't you fight me? Why wouldn't you why would you like me?
He wants to smoke.
I know, like you want it, like he sees what's on the inside of you. That's why he's coming after everything. He knows the word that's on the inside of you, but are you going to use it? Are you going to speak it?
No, what he's doing is keeping you from using it. That's what his tactic is. Not sure that's what he's doing, but that's what he wants to do. He wants to keep you bottled up and bound, so that you don't use the power that is inside of you, so that you don't use that word for you to free other people.
Yeah.
That's the tactic of the enemy. Once you know the tricks of the enemy, then you don't allow him to use those tricks on you. Exactly. And then you teach other people the tricks of the enemy so that he can't use that on them.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Yeah. It's like, I remember this. I remember when you came after this, so now I know how to respond.
Yeah.
And why would he like us? He don't like us.
If
Jesus got tempted, why would he tempted the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of the and the end, the one who was here before he was here.
Yes. But that's the thing, look, we have to stop giving him so much power. The only person that has all the power is God.
Yeah.
He's the only one that has all the power. What he does is just like a butterfly, right? Say the butterfly, it looks like that they're bigger than what they are by their wings because they look like they got a face, right? That's to intimidate their predator.
Yep.
He's small. He's not omnipotent. He's not omnipresent. He can't be everywhere you are. So guess what? You have to remember who holds the power. It's his job to make you feel little than him. It's his job to make you feel weaker than he is. It's his job for him to make you feel like you are not worthy. Yep. Once you come into self, once you come into Santana, once you come into Tiffany, once you come into Tanisha, once you come into Monique, once you come into the power that God has already placed on the inside of you, he is defeated.
Yes.
Woo!
I felt that.
I felt that real heavy.
I felt that. It made me want to run.
Yeah.
No. So he'll use other people. It's not going to come all kind of ways.
He
may use that person who's open inside of the ministry just to sow that seed. Like y'all said, y'all used the word several times. Planted. He planted me here. We are seeds. Yes, it is our job to sprout up. It is your job to become more than just one book. You're supposed to be a butcher of things. We're not just one flower with one petal. We are planted in.
Must be an orchard.
Yeah. Jesus.
So if you allow him to even kill the seed before it sprouts, his job is done.
Oh my God. And his tactic is to convince you that you ain't got it.
That's it.
To convince you. Like once you believe it becomes your choice.
Yeah.
So like it's going ahead and putting it off. That's why we have to use this, this word. I am the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, the lender, not the borrower. I am who my daddy says that I am. I am what Psalms 139 says about me. His thoughts towards me outweigh the grain of sand. Like we have to know who we are, and to bring it back to church experiences. if we really knew who we were in certain environments, we would stand.
Yes.
We would stand with all the authority, knowing that God has put me in this place to for impact, and once my impact is up, I can gracefully go about to the next place or the next transition that God has for me, and I don't have to feel sorry, and I don't have to feel bad because of how you feel about who I am.
Yeah,
That's good.
that is really good.
Right.
That's really good.
That's your stuff, not my stuff.
Deal
with your stuff.
Just for your stuff.
Your stuff, your insecurities, your stuff that you need to walk out with God. Don't project that stuff on me and then try to make me small. Try to make me dim my light. Try to make me look at myself as a grasshopper. That's how you feel about you.
Yeah. I ain't no hoppy, I pop.
Okay. No, don't sit on me. Like Paul said, circumcise yourself.
Right.
Circumcise yourself.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Jesus. So Monique,
Okay.
that's a good note. Monique, what would you say to someone that is watching? What is a God optimistic point of view that you would say to someone that may have not went through the greatness of church experience, right? Someone who may have been actually hurt in a place, and now God is calling them to move to a new place.
Whew. Loaded question. What I will say from experience, even as I'm going through this now, is that be open. Allow God to heal you, to give you a different perspective on how you view everything. And I'm telling you, if you don't do what He's asking you to do, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be frustrated. That's just what it is. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be annoyed. The slightest pin will annoy you. Because you're not where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Right, because you're not where you're supposed to be. And it's either you're going to yield or He's going to find somebody else. And I'm now in a place where I'm kind of like, I cannot afford for Him not to do it with Him versus doing it without Him. I don't, if He called me to it, I don't want to back up and tell Him no when He's been that good.
Exactly.
Especially when you know that He's been that good. And you know you should have been out of here. And I know I should have been out of here several times over. But in His mercy, He saved me each and every single time.
Yes, Lord.
So why not just yield? I would say yield. Yield.
That's good.
Yield, surrender. What was my second? Nothing. That's so good. I love how good sis ends us on that yielding. And we can even take it from this conversation when He's calling us to do a thing, like He won't look up against it. Just yield.
Just you.
Just yield.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Look, one thing about the yield sign, it's like a pause. You can pause or you can just go. But it's like at some points, in the road we can keep going because we know we got the right away, right? Like we can just keep going because we see that it's no cars coming. We can keep going, but sometimes we have to stop, take a moment. It's okay to stop and take a moment, but just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just yield. You can yield.
Yeah.
You can pause, but keep going.
But yielding, it also brings awareness. Because
Oh
you
yeah.
have to look around. You got to be attention. You got to be focused before you go out. Right? If you have to have that stop, but if you're already aware of what's going on, then you can go ahead and move forward.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
So just yield. Okay? Yield, people of God. Just yield. We hope that you guys learned something from our experience. If you have any questions that we may have not answered, you're still like, you ain't touched this, but I want to know. Have you guys ever experienced? How can you help me through this? We are here to help you, to allow God to use us to walk you through whatever you may be going through when it comes down to church experience. We love y'all. Until next time. Bye.
In a room, come in a room, yeah.